joined from Sweden now by somebody Irish, just to put a spanner in the works. Clare Cunningham, good afternoon, evening to you, Clare.
Good afternoon, evening to you too. I think I'm an hour ahead, that's why. So
you are. We're very backwards here. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I know. But of course, you've just been you've been fighting with some fruit, haven't you?
Yes, good old apple, and we haven't got to the root of the problem. So I think anybody listening who's ever had to call regarding any technical issues will always know the struggle there. So
yeah, I think no, with Apple it's not the root of the problem, it's more the core.
Oh yeah,
I know that's bad. That really is bad.
Good and bad jokes there.
Mainly bad, yeah. I do specialise in bad. Right, we're gonna talk music because it seems a sensible thing. Of course, last time we had you on the show was blimey a few years ago, when you were thunder mothering.
Yeah, it was. It was quite a while ago, actually.
I think you were just about to play at the Underworld, I think.
Oh, wow. Yes, that's going back a bit.
It is.
Good times.
It is. So, of course, that's well, I'm going to say gone by the wayside. I mean, what kind of happened with all that?
Yeah, well, basically, the chemistry in the band just wasn't really there anymore. And to be honest, it is tough, I don't think people realise how tough it can be, out on the road, constantly travelling, and it just literally our livelihoods were it. But there's a few other personal things with it. But to put any rumours aside, I did not leave due to my solo career. That was always on the side anyway. Just to clarify that, in case anybody thinks I left the band because of my solo career, it wasn't. Just
no. Well, I think because it wasn't just you anyway, was it? It was just like the whole. It was just obviously there.
Yeah, pretty much the whole band. So when people do ask, I say, I'll leave you do the math, maybe.
Yeah.
But the girls are great, and it is so sad because, and I know a lot of people were very upset, and but you never know what goes on behind closed doors in situations. So it was a great thing while it lasted, and for that I have no regrets at all. It's paved a pathway for me, and I met, I've got 4 new best friends or 3 new best friends out of it, so it's you can't really, I never look at anything as a negativity, so it's been great.
That's the thing, and you kind of, you've done it, so what the hell. But I mean, we'll kind of talk about. There's obviously bits in between, but the thing you're doing now is, I think it's safe to say you've gone. It's not so much Monsters of Rock, more sort of Nashville.
Yes, exactly, where I plan to move on to as well. Yeah, it is. I've always been a country chick at heart. I love my roots. Country is something I grew up on, including Irish folk music, and I have a huge love for it. Rock, of course, as well. I've actually got a great love for all styles of music. But yeah, the Nashville scene is definitely one. I listen to, I immerse myself in a lot of country and country blues, and so definitely the feel I have been going for, yes.
So it is that, and I mean we've obviously got the track on the show, but something called Whiskey Talks, which was actually out now, isn't it?
It sure is. It just got released, so really happy with it. To be honest, out of everything I have released or probably will release, this has been the one that I was most excited about, because it's got all the flavours of everything country and Nashville to it. Others have different flavours of different other kind of fusions, but this is pure country. Although there was a comment, oddly, on one of the YouTube pages that said almost country, so not really sure what I have to do to make it more country.
No, but you get
maybe sing about a 4-wheel drive or boots or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, you need a sort of shotgun wedding in there, or
exactly. Yeah, no, I'm not. That's not my. Like, I listen to a wide range, but it's not the style I would be writing.
No, but it's
no
like you get
4-wheel drives in my songs.
No, but you get like these blues characters, that you get these amazing blues musicians, and you get some of these very strange people that seem to get annoyed with them and just shout at them, "It's not depressing enough." You know what I mean? It's that same kind of thing. It's like I don't know. I don't know. Your accent's not southern enough or something. God knows what. But
maybe, who knows?
That is.
We'll soon find it.
That is kind of how it goes. So I mean, is that the way you're totally kind of headed now? I mean, but I imagine you'll still do kind of other stuff as well.
God, yeah. Actually, there's so many different side projects I'm on at the minute. I'm going to be releasing another 2 tracks now before I leave at the end of the year, and the last one's going to be a piano-based kind of ballad. The next one coming up has country tones to it too. But I've never been much of an artist to stick to one particular major style. So you'll get flavours of all the different styles that I do, but I show my versatility a lot through my writing and through a lot of songs you'll hear, which of course some people say, oh, you should market yourself so that you can be sold, but I've always been of the illusion, there's many things I can do and will do, so why box myself? David Bowie didn't, and he was quite successful. So, as an example.
And the music industry, they like to label and pigeonhole everything.
Yeah, of course. I get that. I understand it, because for a marketable point of view, it's great. You can just box somebody in and sell them as they are. But I think it's commented a lot how versatile I am, because I can go from the real like hardcore rock and roll to a complete country ballad and sound totally different. And I recently sung on a big advert company here, Seymour. It's a big TV series and film channel, and people were like, wow, that's a totally different side again to you. So it's very, I like that. It keeps me interested, and I think it keeps people interested. And it's also, it also opens and broadens your fan base, because you're not just promoting to one.
Thing is, though, you see, but I can't understand in a way with all the marketing side is they kind of go on about that, but then surely if you can market it to a kind of wider range, audience, then surely that's a good thing. But what the hell do we know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what the hell?
Let the crows at it, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that one. So, because of course we didn't actually you're obviously in Stockholm in a minute.
Yeah,
which is of course Sweden, which of course is very lucky because it has very nice neighbours.
Yes.
There you go. I had to get my pro-Norwegian bit in there. It's just kind of how it goes. And in fact, before we get on to some more music, there's something I do need to ask about Sweden. Well, not so much the country, but a mutual friend of ours, Mr. Danny Hines.
Oh, good old Danny, yes.
Do you know how to remove that hat from his head?
If we did, we couldn't recognise him.
I'm concerned it's been surgically attached.
Well, I have been round to Danny's house on many occasions. They're very good to me and have put me up and made me some vegan food, and he hasn't actually had the hat on, so I can verify it's not glued on.
It's not. It is removable. Doesn't come off.
It surely is.
Doesn't come off with a wig, does it?
You'll have to ask him about that. I'm not getting involved.
It's probably best we don't. Right, moving away from Mr. H. So other music things. You kind of mentioned you're heading off to to Nashville.
Precisely. So I'm in the early stages, or almost getting there, with what we would call an O1 artist visa for America.
Oh yeah.
I've some stuff lined up, and I'm currently getting it all processed at the minute. But yeah, the end goal for me next year, in the early part, hopefully, is to be in Nashville and have a budding career, because I love it. I've been. But I'm not solely just going to base myself in one place. I'll probably do what I've always done and do a bit of traveling, but it's going to be a career move now. I'm kind of looking at putting the troubadour kind of lifestyle I've been leading a little behind, and become an actual recording artist, and doing co-writes, doing my own material. Oh, I know, about time, right? Because I'm getting on in age too. So, not in mind though. In body, yes, maybe, but not in mind.
Yeah, I have that problem in my mind. Yeah. I'm planning on hitting puberty in the next 10 years or so. But that's
I feel you.
That's something else entirely. And of course, we should assure everybody that once you get there, you're not in fact going to change your name to Jolene.
Hell no.
No, so that's
hell no.
That's always
I do love the song. But no, I'll still be myself unless somebody requires me to change it. I've never really enjoyed having the name I have, because to me it's not a very star-like quality name. However, the Swedes will disagree. They think it's great, Clare Cunningham, because it's foreign to people here, perhaps. But I'm learning to deal with the fact that I have this name, and we'll soon see.
Yes, no, I'm
not much I can do about that right now.
No, but I'm sure Coldplay could change their name, but they're still shit. So I don't think it's just in the name.
But the thing is, as well, I suppose, because, when you market yourself, I had this discussion with somebody, I can't remember, a while back, and they were thinking, should we get you a stage name? And I said, well, we could. However, I'd literally have to change absolutely all social media to, to go by that. And that's the problem. Unless you have a major label behind you marketing and pushing that product, then to do that on your own is just, one, going to be confusing for everybody, and two, very time consuming, because I have my website under my name, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, my fan page, everything goes under the one umbrella. So yeah, if a massive label wants to take me on and change me, fine, they can do it. Yeah, I'm not being involved in that, absolutely not.
No, so it's still going to be Clare Cunningham. So and of course you got, as she said, she got all the Facebook stuff. And but I mean, you kind of mentioned, because you've done obviously a lot of stuff. We're mentioning this now, and of course between this and Thunder Mother, you've done you have done quite a bit of other stuff, haven't you? I have.
I've been having a really busy year, and even more still to come. There's some great surprises in the pipeline too. Hopefully I'll get it finished now before the end of the year, but everything seems to be rolling in as I leave. Of course, typically the universe would like to have a mess with me there, but luckily we live in a very digital age, so if there's projects or things I need to do, well then you don't always have to live in the same country. I proved that with Thunder Mother initially. The first album I recorded in the UK, the vocals, and sent it over. So it's always possible, luckily, with technology, to be able to do that and still collaborate with people who are in different countries and actually not be in the same room and get a product out there. So for that I'm grateful.
Yeah, that's true. It is a lot easier. I'd say not exactly something you could do years ago.
No, it's definitely evolved. We're living in a very digital age, and in one way, old school, and that is great. But for the kind of era we're living in, and for the ease of it, then yeah, it's definitely very, very helpful. Must say, yes.
It is a good thing. So there we go. As you say, we got the song on the show today, Whiskey Talks, which it absolutely does. I can guarantee that. It sometimes says totally the wrong things, but it does talk. But that's something else entirely. But it keeps getting into terrible trouble. But that is out, and of course that's all on Spotify, all the normal download sites. They can get it.
Exactly.
They can. And of course, you're all on Facebook, as you mentioned, and Twitter and Instagram and websites.
Where am I not? When people ask, "Where are you? Where can we get your stuff?" I'm like, no. The question is, where can't you get my stuff?
Yeah, just kind of search. It'll kind of all turn up. So I'm assuming, because I think when I spoke to you before, you were still involved in a lot of weddings. I should point out you weren't a serial marrier.
God,
you used to entertain that, didn't you? Well, I don't think you were anyway, but
God, I hope not, unless that's a different life time at the. Kind of feels like it is now, actually. Yeah, that's true. But that was back when I was in the UK. I was in a function band, and there was a lot of weddings. We were, I should say, cleaning up. I feel like I've literally been to more weddings than the average person, but that's because we were playing them. We would have, between the months of perhaps April, May, right up until, we would have weddings in December, but right up until the season finished around October time, it was at least 2 weddings a week. So you can imagine that's a lot.
It is more weddings than a vicar.
You can say that again. I feel like I could be a vicar at this stage, but luckily we didn't have to go to all days unless we were doing the ceremony drinks or something, or that kind of thing. It was just mainly the night time. I heard a lot of speeches and seen a lot of great things. Believe me, there is nothing I haven't seen.
So did you ever witness a divorce at a wedding? That's what I want to know.
Do you know what? I was trying to think that we the success rate of the weddings we did. It seemed to be, we would get the little updates and happy year anniversary, etc., etc. So I don't think in the years that we did them, not that I know of, any had any divorces. Although I won't mention names, but I did have a groom willing to take me on his honeymoon. So I kind of pointed his way to his newlywed wife and said, "No, that's your wife over there. You've just married her." So that is a true story. Well, I'm not lying.
Yes, not much you can say to that, really, is there?
No, there's not really. It's quite the whatever about a year on or whatever, when you're a bit bored, but during your actual wedding day, I would have assumed that you'd be more interested in your wife rather than a member of the band playing. But, it gave us a good laugh.
Yeah, short attention span. That kind of thing. But just be careful about saying "I do." That's all I got to say. But yes, that's something else entirely. So there we have it. So Whiskey Talks is out now. It is now, and you'll be hearing it on here, and it is out on. You can listen to it on Spotify and all the normal iTunes and all that kind of business. You can download it, and you will very shortly be off to Nashville. But of course, everybody can follow your rise to stardom online.
Absolutely. I now even have a Wikipedia page, so
Crikey me.
There's nothing I can do now that's that can be hidden. No, you can, absolutely. I actually do have a website. It's just clarecunningham.music.com. I haven't actually shared this yet, but big up to the sister, Laura, who's organised it all for me. So everybody can follow kind of all the links and everything via that, which is the easiest. But yeah, if you just type in my name into Google, you will find me, but I am not, unfortunately, the triathlon Clare Cunningham, nor am I the super bitch in Hollyoaks, Clare Cunningham, who spells her name with an I.
Is that one of those?
Sometimes, unfortunately, I do share the name with two famous Clare Cunninghams, so one of which is a fake character, which kind of is annoying because she's the Hollyoaks Clare Cunningham, but nothing I can do about that either. Well,
I must admit, I never watched it, but she possibly is the sort of girl that would run off with a groom on his wedding day, but not this one.
Exactly.
We should make that perfectly clear. So if you're thinking you're getting married, stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop it at once. Well, you can get married if you like.
Oh.
But anyway, before this all descends into some form of anarchy, which it probably did, Claire, it's always great fun talking to you.
Likewise, Roger, and thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me and to play my material. It's very much appreciated. I do really appreciate all the support that I've always gotten over the years and will continue to get from the likes of yourselves and everybody else.
You will do, and no doubt we'll talk to you at some point when you're in Nashville. And
absolutely.
And just one last bit of very important thing. Best of luck getting your Apple stuff sorted.
Yes, it seems like I will have to make another call.
You will.
Yay.
You will. Lucky you. Right, Claire, thanks again.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Roger, and I will speak to you again very soon, I'm sure.
And that was Clare Cunningham, and a big thank you to Claire for taking the time with all that. It's always, as I said, it's always very entertaining talking to her. Just a fun person, and well, more importantly, as far as all this is concerned, just a ludicrously damn fine singer. And as you heard, she is heading off over to Nashville very, very soon to become all all world famous and all the rest of it. So what we're going to do now is listen to the song that we mentioned. This then is Clare Cunningham and Whiskey Talks.
Strong. First sight is Clare Cunningham and Whiskey Talks. And as she said, you can find her all over the web and Facebook, obviously, and, Spotify and all the download sites. So get hold of that one. It's a great stuff. And as I said before, she has just got an astonishingly good voice. Kind of follow her and see what she gets up to in Nashville. Sets a place on fire, no doubt. Just look for something like that on the news. But there you go. That is something else. So thanks again to Claire.